Hey gang, Matt Sumstine. I'm here to talk about the National Federation Rule Interpreters Conference call that included dialogue about unnecessary and excessive contact as it relates to a quarterback in a stationary passing posture. And it was determined that you could consider excessive contact or unnecessary contact on a quarterback if the contact is unabated, deliberate, and forceful and directed at the knee, and the quarterback is in a stationary passing posture. That would be considered excessive and unnecessary. It would be considered legal if the player is not unabated or if the contact's not deliberate and forceful. Low-risk indicators for this act would be a hip slide contact, wrapping style or calf roping tackle, or a quarterback who's on the run. Let's look at some of the video. Play number 1 is a deliberate, intentional hit, and it's a driving shoulder hit at the knee. You can see the player highlighted at the top, rushes in, gets him clearly at or below the knee. This contact by the blocker, that's not enough. This rusher is already going down, selecting the way he's going to hit him. He is not in any type of wrapping style action, and this is very dangerous. We'll see it from the other angle that he almost actually gets both knees bent, first the left and then the right. So this is the type of unnecessary excessive hit we want to have removed. The second example would be someone who's coming up the middle and he lunges over a player. And this is not considered being blocked into. This player has a choice. He knows that the ball's going to be away, and he lunges over a player and he hyperextends that left knee of the quarterback. And what makes this especially dangerous is that quarterback is 100% defenseless. So we are still putting the onus on the defense to avoid making this type of contact that's going to bend the knee the wrong direction. Play number 3 of the excessive contact series is a blitzing player who comes from the top of the screen. You can see him highlighted about the 35-yard line coming in. And this is just a clear choice. Comes in, he sees the quarterback in a passing posture, stationary, defenseless, and he decides to take a shot at the knees. This is illegal action, excessive, unnecessary, and a personal foul this year. Play number 4 of the 5 that I have is another type of act. This is considered a lunge at a knee. And this player is not blocked. He just decides to take that angle. Ball's clearly away, and you can see he bends his left knee in. And this is the type of hit that creates an ACL injury and can end a guy's career. Play number 5 and the last example of excessive is just a straight up the middle. The guy just comes in. He's unabated. Quarterback's got the ball. It's away, stationary, defenseless. The guy hits him right in the knees. So we want to eliminate this type of action. But I think what's really just as important is identifying what's not a foul. In the first play we have the quarterback turns himself into a runner. This is a low risk indicator. We talked about that at the beginning. No longer we have to worry about him because he's not defenseless, he's not stationary, he's not in a passing posture. Go ahead, knock him out at the knees. It's a fine legal play. Number 2. This is a hip slide wrap. So the quarterback is moving around in the pocket. He's kind of scrambling. Guy comes in. His initial contact is around the hips, and he hits him and he wraps him at the knees and pulls him down. This is not a forceful, directed hit. There's nothing dangerous about this with relation to the quarterback's knees. Legal tackle. Legal example number 3 is a quarterback that gets on the run a little bit forward, chased down from behind. That's kind of the key term here. The quarterback is on the run. So even if he would have hit him lower, would have been legal anyway. But this is a hip, slide, wrap at the knee tackle, would be legal even if he was stationary. Legal example number 4. You can see the rush coming from the bottom of the screen. Quarterback gets hit, goes down. Now this is going to be a play that we see pretty commonly, and that the rusher is blocked. First he's held a little bit and then probably illegally blocked in the back. But he is blocked into this downward position, resulting in the forceful contact at the knees. So this buys him a pass. This is not a foul. This is one of the exemptions. He's not unabated, so this is a legal play. Legal contact number 5. And number 5 is a hook or a lasso style tackle. And there's a very subtle difference, but you'll see when you get the end zone view of this that the rusher gets to the outside of the quarterback. There is no forceful contact or directed forceful contact at the knee. He just kind of slips to the side, wraps him up with his left arm, and hooks or lassos him to the ground. This is a legal technique. And as we get used to this, we just have to remember intentional, directed, forceful contact. And it really didn't exist on that play. Legal example number 6. And this is really a true lasso style tackle. His initial contact is at the knees or below, but this is not forceful or directed. This is strictly a lasso style tackle. And as an old rodeo fan, I kind of appreciate that kind of tackle. Last play, number 7, legal contact. This is a forceful hip contact and a slide wrap. So the quarterback's going to get up and he's going to ask for some help, but this is forceful contact at the hip and buttocks area, slide and wrap. Hey, referee says no, right there at the hip, he slid and wrapped him. So hopefully, going through these videos, maybe once or twice or review them over the season, will help you to determine how these fouls should or should not be called. Just remember, unabated, deliberate, forceful contact at the knee. That's what's needed against a stationary quarterback for us to have a foul.